Hey everybody, Black Metal Werewolf here, bringing a brand new video. So for this week's topic, I've been wanting to do it for quite some time, but it's a very sensitive issue that I wasn't sure if I should or not. And I've gotten comments in the past, both on YouTube and on Instagram, people asking me to talk about something around this, and it is whether heavy metal is racist or not. Now, once again, like I said, it's a very sensitive issue. A lot of times when people hear the word racist or racism, they get very up in arms and defensive or aggressive. So I'm going to try to go about this the most sensitive and professional way possible. A lot of this controversy sparked recently in January when that Phil guy from Pantera did something rather unseemly at the end of a concert. He did that salute. Some people call it a Nazi salute, some people don't, but regardless, he did that, and he yelled white power out at the audience. A lot of people got upset about it. Some people jumped to his defense. He claims that it was just a joke based on what they were drinking backstage. I don't know, I wasn't there, so I'm not going to get into the whole that big bucket of worms, but it got a lot of people asking the question, is heavy metal racist? Now, I do not think that heavy metal is inherently racist. I do not think that it's institutionalized in the heavy metal community. Don't get me wrong, there are some racist heavy metal bands, like NSBM, National Socialist Black Metal. There are some people that, take the whole racist thing and put it into heavy metal, but keep in mind that there's also racist punk bands, and there is a scene in France of racist rap music. I remember when I was, I believe, 14, I was hanging out with my older brother at his university, and we hung out with one of his professors, and he collected Nazi stuff. And one of the things that he showed me was he had this old vinyl of a band called White Warrior. It was a white supremacist punk band, and on the cover it had a Klansman on a horse and all that stuff. So I don't think that it's about heavy metal. I think it's that racism exists regardless of the type of music people listen to, and that if someone's a racist and they want to make it into music, they will. It's not about heavy metal, it's about the person making it. Now, like I said, I don't think it's institutionalized. For example, when I go out and buy a heavy metal CD, when I open it up, it doesn't come with a slip that says whites only. If it was, when you first buy your heavy metal album, you don't get an email saying, this is for whites only, don't allow black people or Hispanics or Asians to listen to this. It's the people, there are some people that just take racism to the extreme, and they just also happen to like heavy metal or punk music or rap music. I do not believe that heavy metal is in and of itself racist. There's a lot of things that I think actually say that heavy metal isn't racist. For example, heavy metal is actually very popular in South America. A lot of people, anytime I go onto Facebook and Iron Maiden, for example, they go on tour in South America a lot, the fucking crowd is just huge. And when I see that, I see everyone just having a good time. I don't look at the comments and see all these white people angry that there are Hispanic people listening to Iron Maiden. The lead singer of Slayer, he is from Chile, I believe. People love Slayer. I've never heard anyone talk shit about Slayer because the Tom Araya isn't white. I've heard people talk about shit about Slayer because Kerry King is an asshole, but not because the lead singer isn't white. For example, another example, there is currently in the Middle East, there was a heavy metal band that got arrested and is now facing execution because they're making heavy metal. And the heavy metal community has gone out on a limb and trying to get these guys out so they don't get fucking executed, right? If heavy metal was inherently racist, we wouldn't be going out of our way to save people's lives that aren't the same skin color as us. But, a lot of people say, but aren't most heavy metal fans white? Yeah, possibly. I don't know. I don't know the statistics. But I know there are plenty of... in Asia, heavy metal is pretty big there. South America, heavy metal is pretty big. North America, Europe, obviously. But a lot of people say, you don't see a lot of black people in heavy metal. Well, true, you don't see a lot of black people, but there are black people in it. And when there are black people in it, no one's upset about it. No one is ultra angry that, oh my god, there are black people making heavy metal music. When I went to high school, I had a friend who was black who really liked heavy metal. I hung out with him all the time, never had an issue with the guy. He was totally cool. It was not about a race thing, it's just someone that I knew who listened to heavy metal and we got along. That's what it was about. It was about the music and not about our skin color. Granted, maybe some people think it's kind of weird based on stereotypes, because a lot of times, people think that all white people only listen to rock music and heavy metal, and all black people listen to reggae and rap music. Of course, that isn't true, but stereotypes are stereotypes regardless, and a lot of people think that they're true. So maybe someone who sees a black person who's into heavy metal might think it's weird, but I don't think it's instilled hatred for them to go out of their way and think that they shouldn't to listen to it. They might just think, oh, maybe not at first impressions. You might not think that this black person might like listen to heavy metal. When I went to see Cradle of Filth 2 weeks ago, there were some black people there. There was a bunch of Middle Eastern guys there, a couple Hispanics guys there. There were white people there, obviously, too. But when we were all there, it wasn't about race relations. It was about the music. We were all there having a good time listening to music. It wasn't a race riot. No one was getting angry that there were people of different ethnicities there. It was all just a community coming together to listen to music together. So that's my opinion on the subject. So I do not think that heavy metal has institutionalized racism in it. If there's racism in it, it's based on the individual people who choose to be racist. It's not the community making us racist. But once again, when it comes back to that Pantera thing, when the guy did the white power thing on stage, a lot of people jumped to his defense. And some people are saying, like, if you weren't racist, you wouldn't be jumping to his defense. I have to disagree with that. I think the reason why people jump to his defense is because a lot of heavy metal fans are big supporters of freedom of speech. Don't get, like, it's the old saying, I might not agree with what you say, but I will fight to the death for your right to say it. And I 100% believe in that. Just because I don't agree with what the guy says, he can still say it. It's awkward to say that at a concert and maybe a bit inappropriate, but the man still has the right to say whatever he wants and think the way he wants. It is not my choice to tell someone how they can and cannot think. And it's no one's choice to say that. It's like someone persecuting you for thought crimes. It's like if you were to think about doing something wrong and then the police arresting you and throwing you in jail. You haven't done anything wrong. You were just thinking about it. Would you want someone to take your thoughts and make you a bad person out of it? Someone can think that, but it's not. They do not have the right to tell you what you can say or think. So just because we defended the guy doesn't mean we agree with his statement. It just means that we are aware that this man may have a different opinion than us, and he's allowed to say it. I think the worst part of it is that he did it at a concert. And when I go to a concert, I don't really go there to listen to someone else's political views. I go there for the music. But once again, that's not that big of a deal. If that's the way the guy thinks, who the fuck cares? That's his thoughts. He can think whatever the fuck he wants. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think that heavy metal is racist? It's instilled in heavy metalheads to be racist? Do you not think so? Do you think it's blown out of proportion? Comment and let me know. I want to know what you guys think about the whole subject. Like all my other videos, I do a recommendation or a warning at the end about an album. So this week I will be doing the band Mirror Throne, and the album is Gangrene. I heard about the band Mirror Throne from the video game Brutal Legend. They had one of the songs in this album on that game, and I listened to it, and I thought it was fucking awesome. So I went out and found the album on eBay, and it's definitely it's like black metal, but it's not blasphemous. It just talks about, sounds like black metal, but it goes into deeper subject matter than that, other than just like Satanism or paganism or whatever. So if you want to check out some of the songs, since you're on YouTube anyway, you should listen to the songs Dismay, No One By My Side, The Fecal Rebellion, and So Frail. This album is fucking great. Definitely check them out if you're into like a really heavy metal. Yeah, this is my recommendation, one of my favorite bands. I would have a t-shirt and a patch of this on my vest, but I just can't find anything about Mirror Throne. It's a one-man project, Vladimir Kochet, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. He's on Facebook, actually, so you can try adding him on Facebook. I did. Really cool guy. So yeah, what do you guys think of the subject? Comment below, let me know. Follow me on Instagram, like, subscribe my video, tell me what you think. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. This is Black Metal Werewolf signing off. Thank you very much for watching. Stay brutal.